So first of all, can you just briefly introduce about the technology behind the products?
Sure. Sea cucumber has been around for 600 million years, and it's been used in Chinese traditional medicine for about 2,000 years. It's considered one of the world's greatest superfoods. If you actually take a look at sea cucumber under let's say you did a chemical analysis of sea cucumber, you'd find that it's loaded with bioactive compounds, and many of those compounds are very, very rare and high value. And there's many studies. If you look on the internet, you'll find over 110 studies on anti-cancer activity of the fungicide A that's found uniquely in this particular species of sea cucumber, which is also found in the Miyataki mushroom and basically nowhere else. And also, it's high in saponins, triterpene glycosides, and fucosylated chondroitin sulfate. And fucosylated chondroitin sulfate is like a supercharged chondroitin sulfate. It not only nourishes your joints, but gives you vasodilation, opens up your arteries, and thins your blood. So it helps with energy, alertness, and overall good health, and it's anti-inflammatory as well. There's a whole bunch of other ingredients in there naturally occurring that are anti-inflammatory. So the sea cucumber lives on the seafloor, and it eats plankton and all that kind of stuff. And because of that, it's really, really high in nutrients, just like a whale. A whale eats plankton, and it's the biggest species in the world. So sea cucumber is really one of the finest superfoods in the entire world.
So can just everybody eat sea cucumber products, or?
Well, there's a difference between eating sea cucumber when you cook it, culinary-wise, because what happens is you have to reconstitute it. Typically, you buy it. You can buy frozen meat, or you can buy dried sea cucumber. When you buy dried sea cucumber, you have to reconstitute it for a few days, soak it in water. That kind of dilutes it, well, maybe a little bit, and then you have to go ahead and cook it a few times. And then, so when you cook it, you kind of dilute the ingredients. With this, the bioactive ingredients, but with this product, all you have to do is eat it the way it is. It comes dry, it's sanitized, it's completely pasteurized. So it's safe to eat. You don't have to go ahead and reconstitute it or cook it again. And so only 2 grams a day is the therapeutic dosage. And again, we sell it as a superfood because it's something that everyone really should have in their pantry, just like blueberries.
Okay, so is there any specific type of people need to have sea cucumber products?
Yes, people with joint health problems, ankylosing spondylitis, which is an inflammatory disease that works on your really damages your lower extremities, your knees, your ankles, your SI joints. In fact, your SI joints confused with that. So people with ankylosing spondylitis have found that I know a few people with very severe cases, and they were able to get off the prescription drug just by taking 2 grams of sea cucumber superfood every day. And old people who want more mobility and more energy, athletes who want to make sure they protect their joints, and also it's good cardiovascular people with arterial sclerosis, narrowing arteries or clogged arteries, and people who are worried about having a stroke because they've got too much cholesterol or whatever. This is an antithrombotic. Of course, if you're on blood thinners, then you have to be careful about taking sea cucumber like this.
Cool. So what is the fact that make your product more outstanding than other products?
Okay, so there's a big difference between a wild-caught deep water product and a diver-caught or farm-raised product. Farm-raised products typically have to use antibiotic residue, use antibiotics or things like that to keep them healthy. Farmers do that, even though you don't want them to. So you have a potential of antibiotic residue, plus you get runoff because it's all inshore. The farm-raised product is all inshore, and the same with the diver-caught product. It's all in shallow water. So you've got industrial waste and all that kind of stuff, agricultural waste, road runoff, going into the waterways, so into the ocean there. So with our product, it's caught like at 120 feet or 40 meters to 300 meters depth. And it's in very rural areas and way out in the ocean. So we're away from all the pollutants in the North Atlantic. Plus, when you have a cold water species, like our product, you've got more oil content because the animal has to keep warm in the winter.
So when people as a consumer to buy sea cucumber products, do you have any recommendations or suggestions for them to pick up the right product?
Look for Atlas BioNutrition's brand. Look for a product that comes from the North Atlantic Ocean. And look for a product that's not farm-raised. And the difference is if it's American-made, it's going to be super clean. If you bought sea cucumber, let's say that came from some other country, and one of, let's say, a third world country, then a lot of times those things are all air-dried. when you air dry a product, you can't, it's not really suitable for a supplement. So there's some cheaper like supplements and superfood sea cucumbers on the market, but they're not really appropriate for this application because you're not recooking it. So even if they pasteurize it, you still have the detritus or debris that could be on that material. If you leave it out in the sun, you got dirt, you got birds, you got mice, you got, all kinds of stuff, insects landing on it. So just by cleaning it, pasteurization is good, but it doesn't necessarily take that debris out.
So does that mean the sea cucumber from American gonna be more?
Yes, it's all done in a controlled environment. And it's dried indoors in dryers, which a lot of the Chinese product is done in dryers too. But our product is all wild caught in the North Atlantic Ocean, sustainable fishery. It's not an endangered species like some of the other species out there. So you don't have to worry about over-harvesting or damaging the ocean. We've been fishing this product for 20 years, and it's been tested and tried in the marketplace, and it's very, very effective. But all of it's done in a controlled environment and under strict GMPs. So you have good manufacturing practices and also SOPs, standard operating procedures, that assure the safety and quality.